Hey, okay. So we're good, I'm gonna start. And welcome to 1986. It's Alex Kidd in Miracle World, or the Sega Master System. And I guess I'll count it down and then start explaining things, so... We're gonna start in 3, 2, and... on control of the character, 1. Right, level 1's a pretty technical one, so I'm just gonna concentrate for this movement through here. We start off immediately with some RNG of are we gonna get the big gold bags or not? Because we need to afford a bike in level 2. Oh, let me down that one. Right, so we got some good RNG. I'm just going to get one extra one there. Okay, cool. We should have enough for the start of the next level. Winning the giant fish there. Where we can buy this bike. And the next level is very simple, so I can explain more about the game. Right, so, very old game. 8-bit console. Kind of Super Mario, kind of answer to Super Mario. Plays Super Mario-esque. Lots of precise jumps. And holding right all the time. And this is the any % run, so we're going to see some crazy stuff. Hopefully starting with this glitch right here, where we skip this guy's text box. A lot of the glitches are to do on pausing on exactly the right place. Like this, so this guy hasn't said anything to us, we managed to pause and unpause. This text box doesn't come up. And that's going to make some stuff happen. Such as some weird frogs invading Alex's thoughts. My score is 1 fire. Scissors beats fire every time in rock, paper, scissors. You know how it works. So yeah, at the end of every other level, I'll say you get a rock, paper, scissors match. That was rock head. And then there is also scissors head and paper head. And straight in the portal, cool. So, the rock, paper, scissors results are actually always the same, fortunately. As long as you get them right. If you get one wrong, then they start becoming a completely different pattern, and I'll have to guess. Hey, that was a really difficult pause right there, so again, we paused to skip that guy's text box, but that pause was much tighter to get it in exactly the right place there. You have these water levels which are complete, hold right and do nothing. And then straight onto another technical level of jumping very precisely. So the jumping in this game has kind of 2 different heights. If you jump from stationary, you don't quite go as high as if you're running full speed and get to the top of the arc. So there's a couple of jumps you can only make if you're definitely running full speed and you go right at the top of the arc. Here's the next boss. It's a ball. We're gonna trap him against the edge of the screen. If I trap him too close to the edge of the screen... Ah, we didn't get this pause. Another very tight one. If we trap him too close to the edge of the screen, the game just kind of kills you. The board disappears and you die. You can't avoid it. So we made sure not to do that. Here we're going to use the ring item, which we picked up in level 1, which gives us this power. To wipe the blocks off screen, very useful in this level. Pick up another ring there, that's what the ring item looked like. And you get to see these ghosts, which kill you instantly if you touch them, except if they're stationary. They don't start moving for a while, so you just kind of ignore them. Onto Scissor Head. Did we pause in the right place? Did we softlock the game? We might have softlocked the game. So, the thing about the any % run is, there's a lot of frame-perfect pauses and such, and if you get any wrong like this, we softlock the game. So I'm afraid I do have save states. In case this sort of thing happened. Let me find the correct one. We're back in the mountain. But yeah, I did not expect a completely legitimate run of this game, because there's several places where you need to get a frame-perfect press first try, or the game softlocks. That wasn't one of them. Technically this one isn't frame-perfect. This one's a fairly easy one, to be honest. We got it that time. But later on, halfway through the run, complete frame-perfect press first try, or the run is over. So you know, we have some safety measures for this. Scissors beats fire every time, once again. You know how to play rock, paper, scissors, right? And that's scissor head down. So we're onto the forest area, where we get another bike. And this cane over here, which is going to be useful for the very end of the run. See if I can remember where to jump on the bike to not fall in these spikes. Yeah, everything kills you instantly in this game. Everything will knock you off the bike if you land in the spikes. Ooh, just made it over there. So we can get this boss real fast. Yeah, pretty fast. And then we're gonna... Oh yeah, these ones where I've been... earlier I crashed a helicopter straight away, and I crashed this kind of little speedboat straight away. Are just kind of bonus levels. If you keep it scrolling along the top, they kind of go round in a circle. So we just crash them as early as possible. This is a very technical one. Where we have these thunderclouds that you can just make it under if you're holding right the entire time they're on screen. And we're going to try and make this little tricky jump up here and go above the level, because it takes ages to crawl through the bottom there. And coming up after this is the definite hardest part of the run, but we just get this another text box skip. Yes, okay. Then we have the rock, paper, scissors. Again, I might know what they're going to be. Oh yeah, rock beats thundercloud every time. Isn't that the way? I don't know who throws thundercloud, just never do that. It's the worst option in rock, paper, scissors, to be honest. And scissors beats fire, of course. We know that already. So yeah, here's the level. We're over halfway through the run already. And first we're going to press down on the same frame this ladder transitions us up, which breaks the castle and puts us into this glitched castle state. And then in order to get back in bounds, oh look, we can see the exit portal in the level, which happens to have spawned there, luckily for us. In order to get back in bounds, we position ourselves very carefully while we can't see where we are, and then we have to press jump on a frame perfect input over here. Hey, we got it first try! That was the hardest part of the run, we got first try. Literal frame perfect. Not a very good visual indicator, because the only thing you can look at moves once every two frames as well, so... And now we're straight back into the fight with the Janken guys, although this time they realise they can't beat me at rock, paper, scissors, I'm too good at it, so they actually try and fight us for real. Actually, we skipped Rockhead, you may remember Rockhead. He was in the castle somewhere, but, you know, we left him behind. Ah, this level, the bane of my existence. We don't get to crash the helicopter straight away, unfortunately, we have to make it to the end. And if you do crash the helicopter by touching the blades into the roof of anything, or touching these weird vines in the ground, or etc., you have to start from the very beginning again. See if we can do a little trick at the end here. Oh, it's talking of starting from the beginning again. Oh. So what we want to do right at the end there is get up that mash A, which gets you up there faster. Get up there fast enough to purposefully hit yourself on the little dragon that's flying across, and then jump across the top of the map, which saves a second or two. But unfortunately, we lost far more than that by hitting the roof before there. Hey, there we go, so we get up and over there. Then we go and talk to the evil king, who tells us to get lost. So we go in this direction, and should be able to afford our final bike of the run. Yep, we can just afford it. Once again, a bike lever, we hold right. We have to jump in some places here because there are pits which we actually can fall into. And I'll land on top of there, and almost. Get to our final Janken match. Pausing in the right place to get the text box again, yep. Alright. The frogs are back. Doing something questionable in the background. Audio on paper? Yeah, paper. I don't have these written down. I used to, I lost it. And then we have to fight this guy as well. As he realises he cannot beat us in rock, paper, scissors. Ah, I could have got the last hit in there, I was scared. There we go. Which reveals to us the final castle, and this gets as crazy as the previous one, to be honest. So there's a little gap at the back of the screen here. For some reason, you can slide through this one block gap and scroll the screen over in a direction it wasn't supposed to go. But what this does is scroll the items in the castle one room closer to us every time. So you notice stuff is starting spawning that would be in the rooms of the castle. And we just do this until we get to the boss. But then we do more at the boss. Let me just get there. So this should be the last time we have to slide under this invisible wall at the back. So let's see if we can get this first try or not. Again, another very tricky thing. We've got to pause exactly the right place. Use the cane, unpause, and rise upwards. Yeah, and we're in the Janken match with the boss. So, see ya, boss. Here's the princess that we're saving. Let me just get this as well. So we pause and unpause very quickly here. We have to go down and punch in exactly the right spot. Punching stops all your momentum in this game, so we don't continue rising. If we would, the game completely softlocks. I'm still fighting the boss in the Janken match, so I have to select the right rock, paper, scissors option off screen, which we got. And, yeah, and then you happen to be in the room where you can get through the castle. You don't even have to do the actual boss fight. Which leaves us with the game almost complete. We just have to go and find the crown at the bottom of this lake. I'm glad we got that first try. That was a bit sketchy. Our controls are frozen here for a bit. We have to input the exact correct code. If we stand on the wrong one of these tiles, ghosts appear and kill us instantly, so that's fun. That time is going to come up when I touch the ground. And there we go. That's 12 minutes exactly. Yep. Short and sweet little run. The any % run is very scary for actually submitting a submittable run, you know, without the game soft locking, having to use save states, which of course doesn't count for the leaderboard, but, you know, check it out on speedrun.com, Alex Kidd in Miracle World if you want to see more, see the record runs. I have the record at the moment, but it's been going backwards and forwards between me and random Julian for a while. The record is, God, I should know my own record. It's in the 10s. It's either 1030 something or 1050 something, I can't remember. Yeah, it's just under 11. Thanks for all the GGs though. 1036. Excellent command in the chat. Thank you very much.